welcome to Ireland.
Thanks for having me.
You are, I have to say, I would have gone with Green Ranger, but now you're the Dapper Ranger. That is
the last season I was a doctor, so I'm keeping up to it. Dr. Oliver.
Yeah, but it's very snappy, especially,
I'm sitting too close. Am I okay?
Whatever suits you.
Oh, okay.
Have you got a mic that works?
Yep, got it.
Perfect.
Check. Thank you guys for having me. It's been, I got to tell you, I was a little worried coming here. I was thinking, because Power Rangers is, worldwide, so I went to Dubai, and I've been blessed in every country to have all these awesome, amazing fans. So I was walking through, and I got some time to spend here. Great weather on everything, the cliffs to everything, like just sunshine. And went to a comic book store, and I started looking around. I'm like, man, I don't see anything of Power Rangers here. So it started stressing me out. I was like, looking, and I was like, okay, I saw one. Green Ranger and the DC crossover. And I was like, oh, okay, thank God. But then I was thinking maybe DC brought the Power Rangers here because the brand. And then, no lie, I was kind of in the back and I heard someone say, you have any Power Rangers? And I was thinking, maybe he said, something else. And then they said, yeah, we sold out everything, but we have 2 left. And I was still thinking, is he talking about Power Rangers? And then the guy says, I want that. And it was a Green Ranger comic book, and I was right behind him, and he had no clue. He's like, yeah, I'll take that one. I'm like, yeah, that's great. And then he took the last one, and then coming here and seeing everybody, it's such a blessing. It feels so good to have so much love, and I guess the hard work through the Instagram. I talk to all y'all, and sometimes you DM me and I don't get back right away. I got thousands, but I really do spend the time and try. So I just wanted to thank you guys for having me, and it feels good to come to a different country and have so much love and exciting fans that are just all around the world. So yeah.
Well, you've obviously been playing this role for quite a long time, but if we go back to the very start, you auditioned for the Red Ranger originally, wasn't it?
No, that's a rumor. That's a rumor. I'm here to clear all the rumors up.
Oh, right.
Austin was already booked. What originally I read for Tommy, but I used Zach's lines. So I had it was called Phantom, so I used his, sides. They're called sides. I used his sides. The Yellow Ranger, I guess quit the first one for whatever reasons. Maybe he wanted more money or whatever. I don't care. I literally said, I will pay you for me to be the Green Ranger. I will pay you to be in this suit. And I just did it ever since and loved it. So I auditioned with the Yellow Ranger. So at the same time I showed up, and it was an open casting call. Backtrack to how I got the job. I had a ponytail, had long hair, went to an agency, and I just found the court papers. I went to an agency and I said, hey, I would really love, to be an actor. And they said, okay, well, you need to clean yourself up. You need to cut your hair. And I was like, okay. It sucks to get rid of that ponytail, but I'm going to cut it, take out your earrings. And okay, I'll do that. So I did. I went back the next day. Went to the guy who said to cut the hair and stuff like that, and he's giving me the hand, and he's like, on the phone with Coca-Cola booking a commercial for one of his clients. And I said, sir, I came with one of my black belts just in case I needed it, and this is how I got the job. So I had one of my black belts standing there, and I said, okay, sir, I cut my hair, and he's like, I'm too busy for that. And then I said, I cut my hair. I said, and then he told my black belt, you get in the hallway. I said, no, you stay there, because he's my black belt. I said, I cut my hair. So what are we going to do about it? Because you told me to clean myself up. Now I'm clean, and you're not giving me anything. And he frantically was like, and I said, I need something. And he searched, picked up a paper. It was called Phantom. He's like, here, we're even. This is your leave. Don't beat me up type of thing. So I took it, got the role, and then he was like, well, hey, I'm his agent, and I needed 15%, and I need this. So I offered it to him, and then he ended up taking me to court, some random thing for suing me for a lot of money, and I represented myself in court, and I actually won just because I had nothing signed. And I was like, I just found I was going through old documents, and I just found those documents. And it was a reminder that sometimes people don't believe in you until you could prove yourself with numbers and things. And that's not the way people should do it. They should believe in you for who you are. So when you get to a certain level, then you understand those are the people that have been with you from day one. And that's how I feel with all my fans. We've all been here on a journey together, and we all need to go on a journey together. And when you meet your so-called celebrity friend, I consider myself like everyone, but you can't get your dreams crushed, because that's happened to me quite a bit out here in this world.
You've been playing the Green Ranger for like 25 years or so, isn't it? I mean, you were in Ninja Steel last year, wasn't it? The way you were playing sort of an evil version of Tommy. I mean, it's I suppose
good and the evil, which is great. They asked me to come back, and I had a checklist of what I wanted to do before I came back that the fans wanted to see. You know.
So I mean, you've now played good, you've played evil, you've played a couple of different coloured rangers as well. Is there anything else I suppose you want to still do with this character? You're going to go and you'd like to explore one last thing, I suppose.
Yeah, I do. I mean, the Soul of the Dragon book came out, and that was me passing the powers. But listen, like, I've been asking for a Green Ranger series. I've been asking for content for you guys at this point. Not the Ninja Steel content, not the Power Ranger movie content, because that's missing a gap. Throw the originals in there. Make the movie better, put some of the original characters so we can connect to you guys and you can watch it. The movie did great, but it didn't do that great in the box office. And so then Hasbro bought it, and now Hasbro's dragging their feet. No to the Shattered Grid for now. No to the Green Ranger series. Like, no. And there's a big loophole. So me and Aaron are stepping up with Bat in the Sun, and we're going to create some content for everybody here that's going to be huge. You guys will be blown away from it. And that's what we're doing. And unfortunately, we have to go outside the brand, but it's totally legal, and we have all my Power Ranger friends. It is. I can't be sued for that one. All my Power Ranger friends are doing it, and I'm doing it free for the fans, so the fans can have something in the meantime, because there'll be no content for 2 years. You'll have nothing new. Yeah, Beast Morphers, get it. But I'm talking about content for us, and it's the last journey for Tommy. You know what I mean? It's like the last thing that I want to produce, to do, so the fans can actually have something, because there's a lot of them, a lot of fans. And we're all asking the same thing, like, when's the movie? When's this? And when's this? And then I have no answers because Hasbro don't have answers. So, you know, I kind of went rogue. I told Hasbro, I'm going evil now. Please don't. Going to evil Green Ranger, man. If you guys don't step up, I'm going to do it myself. So I've gone rogue.
You did a reality series as well, My Morphin Life. I mean, is that, I suppose, what drew you to kind of, I suppose, an external observation of the character and the series?
I think that picture's photoshopped. I have no wrinkles.
Take it as a compliment.
It's Photoshop. Lighting's not that good. Someone painted my face. That's fine, though. I like it.
It's not like you were handsome enough, you know?
What was the question? I forget.
My Morphin Life.
Oh, My Morphin Life. So someone was coming up and saying, hey, you know, what are you going to do? And I'm like, well, you know, working on a reality series. And they're like, really? I'm like, yeah. And then the next day I started a reality series. Kind of held the camera like this. And so it was a lot of, you know, this holding and Jenna holding the camera. And then I ended up selling the reality show to Con TV, which I did not want to do. I hate it. I hate that kind of stuff. If I develop content, I need it free for my fans to watch. I don't want to charge people. So I went to Con TV, sold it for a lot. I just was like, okay, I was too stressed out. Bring it back to YouTube. I want this thing free. I don't want to deal with a lot of things. So I did that because at one point, reality shows were so like drama, like yelling all the time. I was like, let's just do a reality show that's 8 minutes for people like me with ADD. Short, simple, sweet. And then the whole reality thing kind of turned to a vlog. And then so I started vlogging. And now I do what's called, Nicole, we don't have that, do we? The spoken truth mask? Okay. I start now, listen. Okay. I sound like this one promoter from Hawaii. Okay, listen. Okay. So I did the hashtag spoken truth. And I am a very funny guy, I think, at least myself. But it's lighthearted. And the poems that I'm doing, that I've been writing for a long time, are like gonna strike us, all of us, with, you know, dealing with certain things, like if we're dealing with depression, or we're dealing with different, you know, things like anxiety, or if we're just dealing with everyday life. So I kind of been writing for a long time, and I wrote probably 40 poems in the last 3-4 months, and then I'm putting them to video, and that's on my YouTube channel. And I just thought and I've got great, everyone's like, oh my God, like I had no clue you could be so serious. So it was written by me, and then I have another guy producing them. So each series, or like next one's called Walls, which is about bringing down your walls and you know, allowing yourself to be vulnerable and allowing yourself to trust people, which is super hard. We just want to put up the walls, like we don't trust anyone. And sometimes we trust people, we get hurt. So that's one of the things that I'm doing. The next one's called like Mental Prison, which is like, if you ever gone somewhere or dealt with people you might not want to deal with, or if you're dealing with depression, you have to hide it, or you're dealing with anything, we become like, you know, numb to things, and people really don't know what you're dealing with. Well, I'm stepping outside the box and kind of sharing some of the thoughts that are in my head that I think we can, you know, relate to. And it is risky because it's not like Tommy at all. Everything's not always great up here, but I do what I have to do to make your guys' dreams come true, and it helps me. Like, I actually like doing this stuff. So when I don't have it is where the struggles come in. If I'm in front of the public or I'm shaking hands, it's great. But on the end of the day, when we're all alone, and we're like thinking of our stuff, we all have issues. And this is kind of telling everyone that we're all normal. I don't hold myself any higher than most actors. And so this is the first one that's called Mask. It's about wearing a mask in life. And like I said, I know we're getting the Power Ranger questions. You're like, this is too deep, dude. But it's about wearing a mask in life from either, this has nothing to do with Comic-Cons or nothing to do with my fans. I love everybody, but sometimes you wear a mask in life to let people know you're okay, or, I'm not dealing with depression, or I'm not, and you have a lot of actors like Robert Williams and people that just, their lives are thrashed. But you never know it because they wear a mask. So I think it's a healthy outlet for me and for everyone else to say, hey, Jason said he deals with ADD. That's cool, right? Or deal with depression. And so it's something that's normal. It's just a minute and 45 seconds. If you guys like to see it, it's on here. This is a story of a mask we all wear in life. It's becoming so hard, but I can't lose the fight. You start to wonder, and then you begin to ask, is this me? Or is it just a mask? When you start to think, your mind goes blank. It's like you're staring at a ghost. My reflection is blank. I'm defeated as I stare in the mirror. I close my eyes and my body, it's shaking in fear. Oh, please, God, don't let this be. But I open my eyes. I realize it's still me. I grab my face and I try to remove it. I know this ain't me, but I gotta prove it. I yell out loud, it's just a mask. I'm tugging, I'm pulling. This becomes a task. My heart starts to race and skipping beats. I'm like a little kid who's stomping his feet. This is it. I have a grip. I see it's ripping. It's starting to hurt. I even felt it. But it won't come off because it is melted. I shake my head and plead this is wrong. I'm teaching you all. Don't wear it for so long. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I mean, it's beautiful. And obviously, it's a major issue.
It was a big step to take that step and to get to that level. And I have been inspired by a lot of friends, almost every actor friend of mine, from Sean Ashton to Bruce Campbell to Sean Patrick Flannery to all my Power Ranger people. It was something I sent, and they're like, you need to put it out. And I was like, no, like, let's just continue wearing a mask, So it was one of those things that I wanted to release, and it's like, you let your walls down, and then there's changes. So many people, man, you read things like, Dad, dude, that was inspiring. So it really means a lot to me, So I appreciate you guys watching that. Now we'll talk some light stuff about some Power Ranger stuff. Appreciate y'all.
Well, I suppose just you're very known for, obviously.
That's on my YouTube channel, by the way.
It is.
We were talking about YouTube channels. That's why it's JDFFFN, including Shattered Grid, which is super awesome. There's like so many Rangers. So much potential squandered for so long. You know the line, I have ADD, but you know the line where I'm like, I look up at me and it's like, hey, what is it? The line, I had to do it, me and Amy. And they're like, can you do the line? I'm like, dude, I was 19. Like, how can I say what's important? So I had to go, what's important to me now is my friendship with all of you. I don't ever want that to change. That's pretty much Tommy. Back in the days, I talked like that. But anyway, YouTube channel, JDFFFN. There's a bunch of content. It's just fun, free, whatever. Just go there and check out my Morphin Live vlogs. I'm crazy kind of guy, so I got a lot of stuff going on.
Well, you mentioned obviously things you do. I mean, one of the things you've been involved in for a long time is martial arts. Yeah. And I mean, obviously you've been involved in this for a very long time, since you were quite young, is that right?
4 years old, man. I'm 45. I just got my 8th degree black belt, I think last year. It takes anywhere from, like, if you go from 1st degree to 2nd degree, 2 years. second to third, 3. That's the way it should be. Now you can have an accelerated pace as long as you're spending 24 hours on the floor, which I was at that time. So doing the math from 7th to 8th degree was like, that'd be 8 years from now, and then boom. And I think it hit me here today, looking at a Loot Crate shirt. Because Luke, that's such a new shirt, and it said 2012. Like where I've been, time flies. I looked at it as like 2012. I'm like, oh my God, wow, time flew. I'm just getting older.
Well, you've obviously mentioned me doing this for a very long time. You said, 41 years martial arts. You've even created your own. Yeah. Is that right? What's it? This Way of the Fighting Fist?
The Way of the Fighting Fist translated to Toso Kundo, which is, I was inspired kind of like by Bruce Lee, Jeet Kune Do. And his is the Way of the Intercepting Fist. And so I was kind of inspired that the Way of the Fighting Fist, which means that you protect yourself on the street, not like, throw things and bust his. No, I'm just kidding. Don't kill me. I was kidding about the whole McGregor thing. I was just kidding. I was kidding, guys. I know I'm not supposed to say, okay, whatever. Attack! Up! Stampede in the gorge! Simba's down there! Thank you. Kids, I tell you, when you say that, it don't matter what language or what movie, if you don't even need to know about the Lion King. I joke around, I say that to kids like, Stampede in the gorge! Simba's down there! They don't even understand me. They're like... All the other adults are like, such an idiot, but the kids love it.
So with the Way of the Fighting Fist.
Yeah, the Way of the Fighting Fist. Self-defense. Yeah. That's it. And self-defense is classified back in the Shogun, and we had a discussion here because driving on the different sides of the road, right? Like martial arts and being a samurai warrior back then was right hand only. Right hand swords only. You can't, if you don't use your left, then you're going to have to fight with your right hand. So they would only right sword only. If you were left-handed, you're probably going to die if you're doing this with your samurai sword. So you have to train. So all the self-defense techniques come from the right side. Passing on the left side, with the horses and the swords and the scabbard. Fighting is if you're passing someone to, fight, that's the way that you should pass on to the left. So that's what I had to remember driving out here. And then you all screwed me up going to a parking garage. Because as soon as you go to parking garage, you're passing on the right. I don't get it. I was so trained. I'm like left. I was like, hey, you're going the wrong way. And they're like, stupid American over there. I was sorry. And then clutch with the left hand, right? So everything was the right hand. So anyway, the classification for me is self-defense. The shoguns, when they pull their sword, they would have to do something. They have to kill you or take their life. There was no like this, psych, right? So the moment you perceive, because if you draw the sword, the attack's going to happen. So the moment you perceive your opponent to draw his sword is when self-defense comes in. Because self-defense doesn't come in, wow, now I'm going to protect myself, because that could be a knife, that could be something else. So you have to catch it before. That's why Bruce Lee, the Way of the Intercepting Fist, he would teach you instinct, only instinct. And that's where it came from. So it was a philosophy of self-defense, but bettering yourself as a person besides just fighting. The Codes of the Dragon. We're filming the Codes of the Dragon, Nicole. Let's film the Codes of the Dragon. We're all going to repeat after me. And you're going to say it and learn these Codes of the Dragon. All right, when we're ready. All right, right now we're going to do the Code of the Dragons. Codes of the Dragon. All right, everyone say brotherhood.
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 Dedication.
Dedication.
Respect.
Respect.
Cooperation.
Cooperation.
Discipline.
Discipline.
Confidence.
Confidence.
Attitude.
Attitude.
Self-respect.
Self-respect.
That's at that time, those were my codes, and that's what Power Ranger stands for. Honestly, it's one of those things. Now, we could say all those things and we don't understand it, especially little kids, but in martial arts, we teach you to understand that. So the moment you perceive your opponent to draw his sword is with self-defense, but all those codes come into place. And the biggest thing for me is dedication, because I'm my own boss. Go look at me and follow me on Instagram. Everything I do, I give it 110%, but I'm my own boss. I can wake up and be like, I'm tired. I don't feel like working out. Jet lag, I didn't feel like working out. And I never cancel shows. So it's important to me that no matter how much money you have, who you are, it's one thing. Your word is golden. If you don't have a reputation and a word, then you mean nothing. Because you say, I promise to pay you back. Did you all watch Popeye over here, the cartoon? I'm really going back in age. Well, but the old let me borrow hamburger thing. He ain't never going to pay hamburgers back. He's just going to eat the hamburgers. Wimpy. Was that his name?
Yeah, Wimpy.
A hamburger today, pay you back on Tuesday. It's like all your friends. You're like becoming a typical friend. Anyway, so yeah. I have long answers, man. I'm sorry.
all good.
I forget sometimes. I scatter. My brain scatters.
Well, is anything going to change? I mean, you've obviously been doing martial arts since you were 4, as you said, and then obviously you're doing Power Rangers. You were 19, 20 years old. You know, at this point, is there anything that you suppose you've changed in your fighting style and your training style as you've gotten older? That maybe some things are more difficult, some things are easier. Is there anything that has changed?
For my training, actually, my kicks were. I feel better in control of my kicks and body awareness. And so that was great. My kicks are great. Maybe not 3 or 4 of them in a row. Definitely not going to be backflipping. Used to. I learned that just for the show. But things change, man. Like, I'm walking, like, read the Soul of the Dragon. I know Kyle Higgins really well. And I was reading it. It's like, oh, my back. Because sometimes, like, things go and I read it. It's like, oh, my back. I'm like, okay, Kyle. And then, I'm going to old. Okay, Kyle. I'm going old again. I called him at the second old. Say, hey, Kyle. We get it. I'm old. All right. Quit putting it in there like 3 times. But no, it's in your head. And I'm happy doing martial arts no matter what the moves are. And I could teach someone that's even in a wheelchair how to do karate. I taught someone that didn't even know how to walk to do karate because it's all mental training. You close your eyes, you envision yourself, you learn, you feel good about yourself. That's why I have a lot of members, even in other countries, that do the trainmejdf.com. It's just a website. People ask. It's a training website for all beginners and advanced. It doesn't matter. Only thing it's going to teach you to do, be disciplined. Because how many times we buy a workout DVD, we're like, that looks so good, and they end up underneath the couch and we never watch it again. Trust me, I've done stuff like that before. So this is like, it's your thing. You know what I mean? Like you have to wake up and want to train. I don't have a personal trainer. I wish I did, but I don't. I just know that my body is laying in bed and my mind's like, get up. And I'm like, shut up. Like it does, like, get up, go to that. I don't want to right now. So yeah, it becomes different, but being your own personal success coach, I guess, is important. But karate got me that discipline to do that. And karate for kids, and how many people got started by watching Power Rangers in karate? How many people got started in karate from watching Power Rangers? That pays us back because karate is so valuable in life. I used to have a saying, if every kid around the world did martial arts, the world would be a better place because we're learning values. So on Power Rangers, when I went back for Ninja Steel, or Dino Thunder and Mega Force, I had to fill out a form to go back on Power Rangers. Like, you have teeth? No lie, I swear. Yeah, I have teeth. You have false teeth? No. How much gray hair do you have? What's the percentage? Like 10, because I'm blessed, 10%. Can you fit in spandex? All this stuff. What's your weight? And then it said tattoo, so I just left it blank, because I just left it blank and they came back, oh, it's good to work with you again. And I was just like, and the makeup guy's like, oh, beep. And so they covered it up. So you see in the movie, I don't understand because they could put me in something like a shirt like this, right? So they gave me a V-shirt, a V-neck, and they spent so much time in makeup covering my tattoos up. I was just thinking it'd be so much easier just to give me a shirt, across the top. But no, they gave me a V-neck and putting on the stuff and blow drying it. And I was thinking, oh man, I shouldn't got tattoos right there. But it's okay. It's more acceptable. And some roles actually ask for tattoos. When you get an audition, it's like, do you have tattoos? It's like, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's okay. But yeah, you are judged, and especially like when I'm not dressed in the suit, like tank top and stuff. It's funny though, because I'll be like, I'm just kidding. I usually go around and go, ice cream? I don't know. I just like saying, ice cream. Crazy.
Let's go. All right, so we'll open up the floor. So if you're interested in asking.
My next JDF Spoken Truth, ice cream.
Hello.
Hi.
This is sort of a 2-part question.
I know, you have to write it down. I was like, he's serious, man. He's pulling out the book.
Oh, no, this is recording for the Insta.
Okay. I thought you were going to read it to me. I was like, oh my God, make it short. 'Cause I can't remember.
Oh, God, I forgot. Damn it. The first question. Okay, first question anyway. The Piper. What was that about?
Oh, the Pied Piper?
Yes.
Oh, hey, Nicole, you can come over here and film. Go over here. You all don't know about the Pied Piper. Who does? That's what I thought. Thanks, buddy, for bringing it up on my live page.
You are welcome. You are so much welcome.
Okay, so what? I'm in Ireland. I was playing the flute. It's acceptable. And I'm green. It's acceptable. But the Pied Piper was just an interactive game for kids. And I really thought it was a great idea. It was called Splash Studios. And it was to teach kids like how to add and subtract and colors. It was a really good interactive game. And I thought, hey, I can because I couldn't do it as Power Rangers, so they hired me with the long-haired Pied Piper, like the rats follow me type of thing, and it was a really good game. And then it was in all the stores, and it was selling great, but then it just got shut down. So I don't know if Saban shut it down or what. And it was called Splash Studios, so it took a big splash. And but you know what? It wasn't like all these things I do is not for money. Man, I don't care about that. It's just because I care about what it had a message to it. So, yeah, the message was a cool interactive game. It was great. I think it was DOS at the time, the program. Very old, but it was fun.
Okay, the second question is that you were from Die Ranger, the Sentai, that Mighty Morphin Season 2 is based on. His actor, who's like your Sentai counterpart, was at Power Morphicon just last year. Have you ever met any of your other Sentai counterpart actors, or would you like to meet any of them?
I sure would. I would really like to meet the Green Ranger. You know what I mean? I really would love it. I went back to Japan and I took videos and pictures of everything, and they're like, "Don't post that, don't post that." I was like, "Why?" I was like, "I might have to post it now that I've gone rogue." But I've gone rogue. Tommy's gone rogue. That's right, Hasbro. I might have to post them, but yeah, I would. I would like to see the green counterpart. I did see the white in Power Morphicon. I took a picture, and I had no clue. So they're like, "Picture?" I was like, "Yeah, bud. Let's take a picture." And then they're like, "That's the White Ranger." I was like, "No, I'm the White Ranger, man. Like, what's up?" And then they said Japan. I was like, "Oh, that's super cool." Yeah, it was cool. I'd like to meet some more.
Yeah, I just have two questions as well. Could you take us through the process of going from green to white? What was the story arc for you as an actor? What did they do going forward? Mm-hmm. And the second one, then you and Transformers. What was the deal there? How did you book that one? That was really interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so with the first one, the Green Ranger was out. I was hired for 10 episodes, and I was told that you're going to be gone. Like, however they're going to get rid of me, that's what was going to happen. So I left, and I did a show called Cybertron, which was VR Troopers. They contacted me, and they said, "Man, you're big. Everyone loves you in the Green Ranger. So now we're going to pull you from that show, because now here's the business reason. We ran out of Japanese footage, man. We don't have no more. So we're going to have to, off you, And I was like, okay, fine. So I did, the Cybertron. And then, no lie, kids around the world were like, "No, man, we need them back." So they put a petition around the world. Kids weren't eating. They were calling Fox saying, "Hey, bring them back. My kids aren't eating now. And they're not going to school, literally." And so Fox was like, "Oh my God, we got to bring them back." So then I was hired as the White Ranger, and coming back was so cool because all I needed at that time was just, the bright light like this, and everyone's like this, and all I needed was, "Guess who's back? Back again. Tommy's back. Tell your friend." Nah. I needed that song. I needed the old Eminem song. But then that's how I became the White Ranger. And I had a shield. It was great. And then I lost my shield. I was like, "This is weird. I feel naked without a shield, And then everyone's like, "Oh, look at the Gold Ranger has a shield." And I was like, "Look at my face. You see what that is? That's a star, my friend. Who's the star of the season?" No, I was kidding. I had to say that. But anyway, the star helped me. And with Bat in the Sun, Aaron's been great to me. Bat in the Sun got me Bloodshot. I played Bloodshot on a show called Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. I needed to be like 210, so I got jacked up, did that. It was over 2 years. I didn't know Valiant comics at all. I played Bloodshot. It was great. And then Vin Diesel just filmed the Bloodshot movie that's coming out in 2020. I was supposed to be part of it, and then long story short, I got a cease and desist letter from Sony saying, "Hey, you can't promote that no more because it's like $1 million lawsuit. You're promoting too hard, and we want to have a clean slate. We don't want no one to know what Bloodshot is." I'm like, "Well, too bad. I already filmed, and my fans are awesome. And you can go to the hashtag JDF Bloodshot if you want more info." And hashtags are great now. And then with Aaron, got me into Transformers. I did the Transformers Titans Return. I was a Titans Master Emissary. It was the first time Bloodshot was ever shown in the world I played, which was great. I love the first time stuff. Now I can say, well, you're just a cheap copy. That's it, Ninja Steel. And then Emissary was very, very new. So doing Transformers with everybody I watched was pretty amazing. I did all the voices, and so who doesn't want to be a Transformer? And then Saban said, no, you can't promote that. Transformers is our biggest competitor. And then they were okay with it, and I was wondering, I wonder what they're up to. Now they're not on my butt about it. Well, behind the scenes closing deals with Hasbro, right? Who owns Transformers now? Hasbro. So I was like, now I'm okay with that. So yeah, they're like, oh yeah, no problem. Promote Transformers. So that was fun to do voices. And then I did I don't know if you have that show, We Bear Bears is for like kids. We have that show. If you haven't seen the episode called Imaginary Friends and you're a Power Ranger fan, you need to see it. I don't care how old you are. It's super cool. It's like a spoof off the Power Rangers. I play Silver Bear, and then I play Black Bear, and I become evil. And it's a total ripoff of Power Rangers. And so it's called Imaginary Friend on Cartoon Networks. I did that voice, and then I did a video game for Smite. I don't know if you all have that game here. I did a video skin for that, and I've just been having fun with pleasing the fans because I really like them to watch something. And We Bear Bears was so good. Oh, I became a big bear, and I was an imaginary friend that, like, say kids had. I was an imaginary friend, and then there's one part where they're killing me off real quick, and they're like, ask a question like, man, basically, like, I really messed up. And the kids are like, you sure did. And I was like, well, you're supposed to teach kids to forgive. And it's great. Go check it out. It's We Bear Bears. It's funny.
So there's a bit of a heated video between you and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
What's the story there? And if you two were to fight, who would win?
Well, I would win, first of all. I would. And I think my confidence scared a lot of people away. I was too confident with Punk. I should have downplayed what I did. Like, I'm not too good. You're going to kick my butt. So then I didn't get to see him Punk fight. And, it's fine. I don't think he deserved it. And I remember there's something about McGregor talking about him. And I was like, oh, I love that guy. Because he wasn't where he was now, but it was a long time ago talking about it. Like, basically didn't belong in it. Got to work with no fights. How can you go to UFC and then they say, well, okay, you could fight him, but you have too much experience. How can I have too much experience for UFC? That makes no sense. You're supposed to go there to inspire. In a nutshell, Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'll make it fast. 94, I met him at the movie. 95, I met him at the movie. He snubbed me. He didn't want nothing to do with me. That's fine. I was disappointed. I met my hero. I was disappointed. And thank you. In 2010, 2011, TMZ ran a story. Hey, who would fight like this thing? I'd love to fight. It's a celebrity fight. He's a hero of mine. Long story short, Lamoli Comic-Con, people told him about me, and he said, well, who's that guy? Go get his phone. I'm going to make him apologize. And that didn't go the way he did. He asked me, you think you can kick my butt? And I said, yeah. And he says, you were right now, do it in front of everyone. I'm like, okay. Took my watch off, took my necklace, and I told him it's a Comic-Con. He wanted to fight. It was like a movie. It was a ridiculous movie. And then he ended up just, making a fool out of himself, trying to kick me out of Comic-Con. He couldn't. Going to Brussels, trying to kick me out of Brussels because he's the muscles from Brussels. That didn't happen. And then the worst part is he went to comicbook.com and said that this whole thing was made up. But I have videos and pictures fabricated. No, it was real. Do I like Jean-Claude Van Damme? I do. He's still, a hero of mine. I'd like to watch his movies. A couple movies that bomb made me happy, but it's okay. I still watch them. So anyway, that's the kind of story with Jean-Claude. And so I went to the statue in Brussels. I posted on Instagram. And he's a Tostito. What is it? Tostitos guy. I couldn't find him, so I ate Doritos. And I just basically was like, hey, I know, it's not Tostitos, it's Doritos. And I told the fans, who would win? And everyone's like, oh, that was awesome. Doritos, meaning I would in a fight, but it's fine. It's okay. He's got it's a statue. It's very small. It is super cool. I was looking around like, where's the statue? And it was like, whoop. I'm not saying because he's small. Maybe it is life size. I'm just saying, Doritos, people.
So we've got time for one or two more questions.
Well, these kids have their hands up, and I'll be quick. Okay, and I'll be quick. I won't talk so long.
Yeah, hello.
Watch me be so fast with this question. Yes.
I was just wondering, where did you find out about the audition for Power Rangers, and what was your reaction when you first got the audition?
Newspaper. Watch my reaction. That was the sloth. That was my reaction, but pretty much that. See, you're like, man, I got ripped off. He said 10-minute story, now I just get this. What's up, bud?
Why did only Mighty Morphin have one of the longest Power Rangers seasons?
Well, that's because all the actors loved it. No, I'm just kidding. Mighty Morphin season, we had a lot of Japanese footage. A lot. And all the actors loved it, and I think it was Mighty Morphin was great, man. It was like such a, you know, got Jason, you got Walter, Hip Hop Keto, you got David, you got Amy. I got the girl somehow. I had problems, you know, but it was a good season. Everybody loved their job, and then afterwards, when I left Turbo, they just changed it every year, just so the actors would not have that kind of power to go on strike, because that's what happened a little bit. You know, people wanted to be taken care of, and for me, I was just happy to work on the show. I would have paid them, to be honest, and I stayed the longest because it wasn't about money. I just loved it, but there was a time where I thought I'd outgrow spandex, but I didn't. And then I'm just gonna let it go and sing that song. Let it go, let it go. Give me some more Guinness beef stew. Let it go. It's really good, by the way.
Okay, we got one more question in you.
Okay, I can't pick that. Oh, one more? Okay.
Brother.
Why weren't you added into Ninja Steel?
Why did I want to
Which
do
is
it?
a Ninja Steel.
Oh man, I just wanted to give the fans something, especially little kids like you, to introduce them to Tommy. That's what I wanted to do, because a lot of parents make their kids watch Mighty Morphin. They're like, don't watch that season. This is the best season of all. So now the kids can be like, oh, that's why mommy and daddy told me that's the only season I can watch. That was pretty much that. He has one. He's gonna be mad if you don't get that.
When you were in your first movie, were you scared or did you enjoy it?
Oh, that's a good question. It's nerve-wracking filming. My brother played my brother on the show in Zio, and he was a tough guy, and he was like acting so easy. And when he got onto the mark, he couldn't act. Like all he had to say was, "You're my brother," and so we hit the mark, and he's like, "You're my brother?" And I said, "Cut." Why are you talking like that? Oh man, this is stressful. He's sweating and he's doing all this. So yeah, you get used to it though. You get used to it. And the only thing that was scary was seeing my face on the big screen, because I could see all my flaws, like my teeth, and like I'm like, oh my God, just blow my head up as big as Zordon and let the world see everything. So yeah, it was very intimidating to see your head that big on the screen. But I enjoyed the movie. I know Van Damme didn't, but I did. I mean, he was there. He probably hated the movie. It's unfortunate.
We'll go for one last question there. So,
my question is, what did you think of Shattered Grid in the comics as an arc, and what was your opinion on Kyle Higgins leaving? Because personally, I loved his writing, and I don't hate it, but I'm not so bad. I'm not so.
Did Kyle Higgins leave?
Yeah, Kyle Higgins left after Shattered Grid.
Ah, I'm gonna have to give him a call.
Get him
Kyle's
back.
great. Shattered Grid's great. I don't think most people know about this, but I actually financed Shattered Grid, and I have the rights to it, and I own that footage, and that's why Saban and Hasbro wants to get it off me, but I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of mine. Hasbro spent $500 million to own everything, and they don't own that piece. They're probably really mad. How did he own that piece? Well, so much footage. It was good though, and I'm sure Kyle would, yeah.
So yeah, you were talking about the comics earlier, and I was just say like I know like a lot of people who are like really big fans. The comics here, particularly, are loved, and I've seen them sell out in so many comic shops.
That still makes me happy.
I've had to go like all over the city just to find like so many issues. Thank you.
That makes me happy. You do a little video, yeah?
Yeah, we want.
All right, let me do a quick little video, and then you guys can get like, okay. That was an awesome Q&A. Great questions and great fans here in Dublin. Say what's up, everybody. What's up? I enjoyed it. Now, on the count of three, he says morphin' time on the count of three. Morphin' time on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. It's morphin' time! Yeah! All right.
And down, Jason David Frank.
If you guys want to check this out, it is I recorded it on my Instagram, and we'll save the link. It's about 24 hours, so you can see if you see the back of your head and be like, there I am. There's my ear. But anyway, I really enjoyed it, guys, and thanks for the love. And I know we got another guest coming in here, but thank you. Great questions, and it was awesome. Thanks for watching the JDF Spoken Truth. That's the first time I showed it anywhere, so it always, and I got the Shamrock tattoo, so I'll always remember everybody over here.